I want you to picture your morning routine for a second. You wake up, grab some coffee, and you sit down at your desk to do your daily outreach.
Yeah, the inevitable grind.
Exactly, the manual grind. You're staring at a blank screen, trying to figure out what to post on Facebook. Then you're spending, I don't know, 2, maybe 4 hours manually scrolling through Reddit, liking things, leaving comments on X, just hoping for a single click.
And it is absolutely exhausting. I mean, by 2026, trying to do manual social media outreach is just a recipe for burning out in 2 weeks.
Right, you get sick or life gets in the way, and the second you step away from the keyboard, your traffic just completely dries up. You're constantly living in fear of where the next lead is coming from.
Because the platforms demand constant feeding. You have to be omnipresent, but you're only one person.
Well, that's exactly the mission of our deep dive today. We are unpacking a massive shift in how internet traffic is generated right now in 2026.
It's a fundamental structural shift, really.
It really is. We're looking at a system called TrafficOS AI, which was created by Jono Armstrong and Mahmoud Al-Sholi. It's built on this framework called Redify AI, and we're going to explore how these browser-based AI traffic workers are completely replacing that manual hustle we just talked about.
Yeah, and to really grasp this, we have to look at the context. Like, the internet has always had an automation side. That's not new.
Right, bots have been around forever.
Exactly. But the traditional methods are currently failing spectacularly. We're looking at what happens when AI stops acting like a machine and, actually starts acting like a human assistant sitting at a laptop.
Okay, so to understand why these new AI workers are such a big deal, we need to talk about why the old methods are dead. I think the sources called it the API bot graveyard.
The API bot graveyard, yes. It's overflowing right now. Because traditionally, if you wanted to automate your outreach, you used an API, right? An application programming interface.
Which is basically just code talking to code.
Right. It's entirely behind the scenes. You aren't opening a window and clicking. You're sending a structured data payload, like a JSON file, directly to a server.
And from the platform's perspective,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Meta or X, that is mathematically obvious,
And
right?
completely. It's sterile. There's no rendering latency. There's no mouse movement. So they analyze the packet structure, and they instantly classify it as a non-human footprint.
And then what happens? They just throttle your engagement.
Throttled engagement, flagged accounts, shadow bans, or just permanent IP blacklisting. Traditional headless bots are just dead on arrival now.
So it's like trying to sneak into a highly secure club through the air vents. Like, eventually, the security guards are going to catch you up there.
That is a great way to put it, yeah.
But TrafficOS AI does something entirely different. They use this thing called visual human mode, which, sticking with the analogy, is like walking through the front door, showing your ID, and just ordering drink at the bar.
Exactly. Because it operates visually. It runs inside your own authenticated Chrome browser session in real time.
Okay, wait, so it's not working in the background?
No, it actually renders the page. Like, to the platform's algorithm, it looks exactly like a person sitting at a computer. The AI literally waits for the CSS and the images to load. It reads the actual content on the screen.
Oh, wow. So it actually sees the interface.
Yes. And then it scrolls through the feeds naturally. And when it replies, it doesn't just inject a block of text into a form field in 1 millisecond.
Because that would trigger a flag immediately.
Right. It types it out character by character. It uses real keyboard events. It even incorporates human-like pauses. Like, it might hesitate for a second, like it's thinking before finishing a sentence.
Okay, but let me push back on this for a second. Because if I have an AI working for me 24/7 and it's physical typing, won't the algorithms eventually catch on to the sheer volume? Like, no human types for 72 hours straight.
That's the friction they intentionally built into the system. The developers know speed kills accounts. So TrafficOS AI includes these built-in anti-detection safety limits.
So it forces it to slow down.
Exactly. It uses randomized delays. It mathematically paces its actions to deliberately keep the behavioral patterns looking natural. It's capped to act like a dedicated human, not a supercomputer.
I mean, we're basically forcing advanced tech to act a little bit distracted so it doesn't get caught.
That's wild. So, okay, we know how it physically masks its footprint. Let's look at who these workers actually are.
Right, because typing naturally is only half the battle. You have to know what to say.
Exactly. And the system deploys 7 specific worker types. Let me just list them out. You've got the Facebook worker, Reddit worker, YouTube worker, X worker, Quora worker, content worker, and the lead finder worker.
It's an entire media team in a box.
It really is like having a specialized department head for every single social network. So let's break down how they behave on these platforms. Take Facebook, for example.
So the Facebook worker, its whole job is to join relevant groups, scroll through the discussions, and type these really thoughtful replies. The goal isn't to spam a link.
Right, because that gets you kicked out of the group. Exactly. The goal is to provide enough value that people get curious and voluntarily click your profile to see who you are.
Which is where your actual marketing funnel is. Makes sense. But then you look at a platform like Reddit, which is just notoriously brutal for marketers.
Oh, Reddit has absolute zero tolerance for spam. The users will tear you apart.
Right, so how does a bot survive on Reddit?
Well, the Reddit worker browses specific subreddits and leaves highly contextual comments to build genuine trust. And the system actually includes this bonus called the AI Reddit Domination Pack.
Oh, right. I saw that in the sources. It's got like 50-plus niche lists and proven post angles, right?
Yeah, it essentially gives the AI the cultural playbook for Reddit. So it knows the difference in tone between a highly technical crypto subreddit and a general business advice subreddit.
Okay, and then for YouTube and X, the sources mentioned it's a bit different.
Yeah, so for YouTube, it's scrolling through video comments, looking for ongoing discussions. For X, it's scanning these super fast-moving timelines to spot relevant conversations, and it types genuine responses in real time while the topic is still trending.
Okay, so that brings us to the content engine. Because having these specialized workers is great, but how does it know what to say? Like, does it actually understand the context of a 50-comment deep Reddit thread?
It actually does. Because remember, it reads the page content first. The AI parses the parent post and the comment tree before it engages. So its replies are directly contextual to what was just said.
Which builds actual trust instead of just dropping a generic, great post, check out my link comment.
Exactly. And the content engine is really the brain behind this. It has 8 distinct AI content styles built in.
Right, let me look at the list here. It's helpful, hook, authority, story, soft, CTA, soft sell, Reddit style, and mild contrarian.
Mild contrarian is actually brilliant because in marketing, if you just politely agree with everyone, you get ignored.
You get buried in the comments.
Right. But a polite, structurally sound disagreement, that forces people to reply. It leverages human nature to boost the algorithm.
Oh, that's sneaky, but really smart.
Yeah.
And what about sounding like a robot? If it's posting everywhere, won't it just sound repetitive?
No, because it has an anti-spam variation engine. It dynamically changes its vocabulary and sentence structure every single time. It's practically mathematically impossible for it to generate 2 identical responses.
Which keeps it completely under the radar.
Oh.
Okay, so having specialized workers is great. But the real power here in 2026, according to the source material, is that they don't just work one platform. They work all of them at once.
Yes. The multi-platform survival strategy. This is crucial.
Because relying on a single traffic source is basically the biggest mistake you can make right now.
It's a critical point of failure. I mean, historically, we've seen this happen over and over. Remember when Facebook organic reach just died overnight?
Oh, man, yeah. Thousands of businesses just evaporated.
Exactly. Or when TikTok ads got too expensive. Or when X changed its ownership and rules without any warning. If you depend on one platform, you're always vulnerable. Single platform automation tools always break eventually.
So TrafficOS AI's strategy is essentially survival through simultaneous deployment. You're running on 6 primary platforms: Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, and Quora, all at the same time.
Right. So if one algorithm changes tomorrow or you get a temporary shadow ban somewhere, you still have 5 other rivers of traffic flowing.
It shifts your marketing from a fragile hobby to a resilient business. But I've always been told that niching down and focusing on one platform is the key to mastery.
Sure, manual mastery.
Right. If you unleash AI everywhere at once, aren't you just diluting your presence? Like, aren't you just becoming background noise?
That rule only applies to manual human effort. Because you, as a human, only have 24 hours in a day. You can't be great on 6 platforms manually.
Yeah, I'd lose my mind trying to keep up with that.
Exactly. But with unlimited AI workers, especially if you use the unlimited workforce upgrade they offer, you achieve omnipresence.
Omnipresence, I like that word.
Yeah, buyers assume you are this massive authority because everywhere they look, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Reddit, they see your high-quality contextual engagement.
They think you have a team of 20 people working for you.
Exactly.
Okay, so you have this army of workers blanketing the internet. But how do you actually turn it on? And more importantly, what happens when all that traffic actually shows up?
Yeah.
Because getting clicks is one thing, but making money is another.
This is the conversion friction problem. Most traffic tools just give you traffic and then they abandon you.
Right. They say, here's 10,000 visitors, good luck.
Yeah. And then you have to figure out the product, you have to build a sales page, write email sequences, set up payment processing, learn how to close.
It's a whole different skill set.
Completely different. So TrafficOS AI solves this with a built-in money engine. They preload high-ticket affiliate offers directly into the dashboard.
High ticket meaning like expensive products.
Yes. These are proven affiliate offers that pay commissions from $497 up to $997 per sale.
Wait, really? Close to $1,000 a sale.
Yeah. And the beauty is you don't have to create the product. You don't have to build the sales page. You don't even have to handle customer service. It's all done for you. They even include full sales training and closing frameworks.
Wait, so it's a closed loop system.
It really is.
It's like a car dealership that not only gives you the salespeople, but they also provide the cars and the training on how to hand over the keys.
That's exactly it. Because the equation is just traffic plus monetization equals income. They bundle these high-ticket offers, and the high-ticket offers library bonus, which the sources say is valued at like $1,000 a month, so the user stops being the bottleneck.
Okay, so practically speaking, what does the deployment look like? The sources mentioned a 3-step process.
Yeah, and it supposedly takes under 10 minutes. Step 1 is you just pick your platforms and set your targeting, like you describe your ideal buyer.
Like, find me people complaining about expensive email marketing software.
Exactly. Step 2, the workers run campaigns everywhere simultaneously based on those parameters. And step 3, the traffic flows, the built-in offers convert, and the commissions hit your dashboard.
Okay, that sounds incredibly powerful, but different people are going to use this differently. Like, who actually wins here?
Well, the sources outline 7 ways to make money, but it really boils down to 3 main user personas: affiliates, lead gen operators, and agencies.
Let's start with affiliates. That seems like the most straightforward path.
It is. It's the easiest path. You use those built-in high-ticket offers, earn up to $997 at the sale, and you can build massive email lists for free without spending a dime on ads.
Which makes sense because Jono Armstrong, the creator, his background is in affiliate marketing, right?
Yes, his Ministry of Freedom program and launch jacking, he understands exactly what affiliates need to remove friction.
Okay, but what about lead gen? Like, what if I'm a real estate agent or a B2B consult? I don't want to sell affiliate products.
Then you would use the Elite Mode upgrade. That's a $197 upgrade, and it introduces the AI lead scraper.
Oh, so it pulls data.
Right. It pulls qualified buyers straight from the comments and interactions, and then it connects to this automated AI DM outreach pipeline.
So it slides into their DMs for you.
Exactly. It turns quiet public engagement into actual one-on-one direct message conversations. It qualifies them in the inbox before you ever have to talk to them.
Wow. Okay, and what about agencies?
That's the third persona. They use the agency clients upgrade, which is $97. It lets you manage up to 100 client sub-accounts.
Wait, 100 different clients.
Yeah, from one master dashboard. So an agency can sell AI media deployment as a premium service to local businesses. They charge, $2,000 to $5,000 a month for it.
Because they're basically offering a full marketing department for a fraction of the cost.
Exactly. And the software handles all the fulfillment. It even comes with done-for-you proposals and SOPs.
Let's talk about the pricing for a second, because I want to map this out for you guys listening. The front-end system, just the baseline access, is a $37 one-time fee during the launch.
Which is incredibly low.
Right. And it includes bonuses like the Nano Banana image generator for AI graphics. But to get all the stuff we just talked about, the Elite Mode, the agency suite, there's a bundle option.
Yeah, the bundle is $317. It unlocks all the limitations instantly. It gives you unlimited campaigns, Elite Mode, agency access, all of it. And it saves you over $100 compared to buying everything piece by piece in the upgrade funnel.
Okay, but let me play devil's advocate here. If complete beginners can log in, pay a few $100, and deploy this in 10 minutes with zero marketing experience, aren't we going to see a flood of people just aggressively spamming these $997 offers everywhere, like want to just ruin the internet?
Well, that's where the smart multi-platform targeting comes in. The workers are strictly instructed to find existing conversations where buyers are already talking. Their prime directive is to add value first.
Right, because if they just spam links, the visual human mode doesn't matter. They'll get reported by users.
Exactly. Spamming defeats the entire purpose of the technology. The AI has to be helpful, or the community rejects it.
Which brings us to the elephant in the room. This all sounds absolutely flawless on the sales page. It's a perfect machine. But what happens in the real world when you unleash automated agents onto platforms owned by massive, highly lawyered tech corporations?
Yeah, we have to look at the reality check here. The sources included a really good impartial review by a guy named Jay Mercer from the AI Traffic Desk.
Yeah, I read that. He provided a very critical look at the whole system.
He highlights a vital caveat that everyone needs to understand. Automated social engagement sits in a serious policy gray area.
Because Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, X, they all have terms of service policies that strictly prohibit inauthentic behavior.
Right. They do not allow automated engagement, period.
So even if the AI is using visual human mode and it's using randomized delays and it's avoiding the API traps, it's still technically breaking the rules.
Exactly. The technology severely reduces the risk of detection, but it does not change the underlying policy landscape. Mercer explicitly warns users to deploy thoughtfully. You don't want to run this on your primary 10-year-old business account that you depend on to feed your family.
Right, you use burner accounts or secondary profiles to funnel the traffic.
Yeah.
And Mercer also had this golden rule about automation that I thought was brilliant.
Yeah, automation amplifies what you already have. It doesn't create it from scratch.
Which is so true. If you have a terrible zero-value offer, automating it across 6 platforms just means you're going to get rejected 6 times faster.
Automation is a multiplier. It's not a magic wand.
So it's essentially a high-tech game of cat and mouse. The AI wears this highly realistic human disguise, but if it takes the mask off for even a second, the platform security guards will still throw it out of the club.
Absolutely. It solves the manual distribution bottleneck. It solves the engagement problem. But strategic human input, like choosing the right niche, setting up the right targeting, picking the right offers, is absolutely required. The human is the architect now, not the laborer.
That's a great way to look at it. So just to summarize this massive leap we've taken today, we've gone from these clunky API bots that just smash data against a server wall to these visual human mode workers seamlessly navigating our browsers, reading our screens, and engaging contextually across the entire web.
It's a total paradigm shift in how leverage works on the internet.
And whether you're trying to scale an affiliate business or generate leads for your agency or honestly just say 3 hours a day of mind-numbing manual work, the barrier to having your own personal media team has basically dropped to the cost of a car payment or even just a large pizza if you stick to the front end.
Which is incredibly democratizing, but also a little terrifying.
It is, and that actually leads perfectly into a broader thought I want to leave everyone with today, something to just sort of mull over on your own.
Yeah, the sociological aspect of this is fascinating.
Because think about it. If browser-based AI workers become so good at mimicking our reading, our scrolling, our typing, and our pauses, if they get so good that the most advanced tech algorithms in the world at Meta and Google can't tell the difference between them and us,
Right.
how will you, the human user sitting at your desk, ever know if the person you're fiercely debating with on Reddit or agreeing with on YouTube is actually a person at all? When the internet simply becomes a conversation between AI assistants trying to sell things to each other, what actually happens to genuine human connection?